Listen, I don't read lips either. I wasn't given that gift at all. But as I was saying before, the pastor was talking about peace and how the Most High is our peace, and that we can't look within to get peace. We can't look for man. We can't look for woman. We can't look towards our riches, our resources. None of that is going to give us peace. Now, does that stuff help? Absolutely. That stuff aids in our help, and that's where discernment comes in, right? Okay, you can hear me? Thanks, Mike. My bad, y'all. I think I got that phone call and then it messed things up, and I don't know what to press on here to unmute myself. So, my bad. But all of those things, being able to depend on friends, being able to depend on family, being able to depend on your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your money, your comfortable home, all of that stuff is great and it does aid in our peace, but that is not where we find ultimate peace. The ultimate peace is up there, relying on Him, relying on the God within you. But if we look towards ourselves for peace, just think about the things that you say to yourself every day. Just think about the way you behave towards other people, how you react to things. You can't always rely on that in order to give yourself peace. You got to rely on God for that. God is the ultimate peace. And without Him, you won't have any peace. People think they're peaceful. Why do you think people that have a lot of money end up committing suicide? Why do you think people that have a lot of money end up doing bad things to other people, like Diddy and all them? Why do you think? Because all of those material possessions, all of the women, and he had some fine women, right? That still wasn't enough to give him peace. So you can't look to material things. You can't look to others for peace. You have to find it from God, period. And when he said that, it made so much sense, because I'm like, well, I can always just go within. I can always do some introspection. I can always, journal and, have the greatest knowledge of self, and that will bring me peace. False, because we are all faulty. We all have sinned. We all have flaws. You can't find peace in something that is flawed. Sorry. We might all think we're perfect, but we're far from it. But is that the ultimate goal? Is to be perfect? Of course not, because we can't be. We're not gonna be. But we can seek to try to be as best as we can. And the closer we are to the Most High, the better off we are to achieving that, And that's the one thing that I love about this church. Of course, there's no such thing as a perfect church. But the one thing that I do like about this church is that he gives it to you raw. And I always feel convicted about something. That's right. No perfect person. Facts, Erica says. No perfect person. Is that I feel convicted about something, And what he was saying was that when he was reading from Isaiah 6, he was saying that, what did he say? Let me think about it real quick. Oh, he was saying that if you are not, following God, if you are not, giving God the praise that he deserves, then you are literally an enemy of God. When you try to be everything but that, and you're not following God, you are literally an enemy of his. And I was like, well, that's crazy. That's deep. I don't want to be an enemy of God. I know there are things that I got to work on. We all do, right? But I would like to think, and I hope and pray that, me trying to be better is somewhat satisfying to him, But none of us are perfect. All we can do is our best. Yeah, no perfect person. And God made us. So he already knows. You know? He already knows. But yeah, what are you guys up to today? I'm not going to be on here long. I read something earlier that said quit trying to figure out everything and just embrace what life has to offer. And that resonated with me as well, because oftentimes we want to know the answers to everything. We just want to have all this knowledge, and we don't even apply half of it. What up, Thane? Thanks, Thane. I appreciate you. It's like we want to know what's happening, what's next, what's going to happen, you know, instead of just living in the moment and just embracing whatever it is, even if it's struggle. What up, World of Game? And I don't know where that's come from. I think social media has a big hand in that. Us wanting to know everything about everything. That way we can map and plan our lives. But the thing is, we don't know half of the stuff. We don't know. What up, Easy? We have no idea. And I think I'm at the point where I'm done trying to figure out a lot of stuff. Because to be honest, a lot of stuff would just be plain and simple, and it just be right there in your face. But we choose to ignore it. Why? Why do we ignore it? I'm done ignoring stuff. I'm going to take things as they are. Because oftentimes we'll push stuff to the side, or we'll say, oh, that's not what that really was, when really it was. Thanks, Thane. I appreciate you. Hey, mother, I'm from India. I need money. Can you help me, please? You know what? The last time I gave somebody, so I was on somebody's chat last week, and somebody popped in, and I didn't recognize the name. I didn't think the person normally came into the chat, but they were saying that they were hungry. And y'all know me. If somebody say they're hungry, I'm going to feed them, right? And he said he hasn't eaten in 2 days or something like that. So everybody in the chat was just kind of going in and was like, you could go to the food bank, you could go here, And he was like, well, all of the shelters are full, which I believe, especially with all the migrants. It's hard to get in shelters. And so I felt bad, and I sent him some super chat, not a super chat, a cash app. And then the next day he turned around and asked for another request. And then 30 minutes later asked for another request. So I got to be kind of picky when I do that, y'all. You better, sis, when people show you themselves, believe them. And what did Maya Angelou say? The first time, not the second, not the third, not the fourth. That'd be my problem. I be giving people 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I get my feelings hurt. I'm done doing that. I just came in. Who's giving out money? Let me drop my. What up, Skinny? Yeah, if you ever need anything for real, email me and we'll talk. You know, I'll help you get on a budget. We'll talk about financial planning. You know, like I don't mind helping people, but you gonna hear my mouth about it. We gonna have a discussion. We gonna figure out what went wrong and what we gonna do in the future. But yeah, I don't mind helping if I got it. They scam it. I figure easy. They would just come. They probably just go through everybody's thing and just drop their cash app and just see if anybody bites, you know? And to me, it's like, that's a shame and it's a scam. But at the same time, it's like, if they have to do that, they probably need it in some capacity, you know? So, you know, I'm just a little skeptical now, you know, and I don't do it as much because I have stuff. You can't super chat me. I'm not monetized. Thane. One day I will be, though. Block that big. I did. Oh, skim it. Oh, okay. Did you block them? Yeah, if they scamming y'all and they on here and they trying to get me, go ahead and block them. Because I don't be knowing. That, and that's part of my problem. I be thinking everybody's got good intentions when they really don't. And that's okay. Sometimes you got to learn the hard way, which I do every single day. But nonetheless, God is good and I'm always blessed. So, but even when it comes to, social media, a lot of people um, are just doing what they have to do. They're online, they're begging, or they're asking for money. A lot of times people really just need a positive word. They need some affirmations and stuff like that. And the one thing I noticed about a lot of them, though, is that they really don't believe in God. A lot of them have misplaced anger, misdirected anger, and they're mad at the system for not giving them what they want when they need it, or they're mad at people for not coming to their aid. And then they come online and then they just kind of trauma dump. And the one thing that I notice about a lot of them, most of them do not mention God whatsoever in their, when they're online begging. None of them do. And that's when I have to chime in and say, hey, excuse me. Have you consulted with him yet? Because that might be your problem. That's all you got to do. I promise it works. Oh, you're good, Thane. I'm good. I'm blessed. Hey, ma'am, how are you? I'm good. How you doing, Nishant? I'm also from India. Okay. It'd be a lot of Indian. What time is it over there? Because you guys always pop in when I'm here around 2 o'clock. Hey, Charlene. Oh, I got some Dickersons in my family. Where are you from? I'm hungry. I don't have any food. Can someone DoorDash me something to eat, please? This ain't the right channel for that. I'm sorry. God bless you, though. They targeted me. I see. But if you are on my live and you need money for food, you have to go to God in prayer. You have to submit to him. Okay? Because when you work hard, God will provide all your needs. You got to have faith that he will provide. And then you also got to do something behind it. You got to work. The kingdom of God is within all of us. Just ask. Absolutely, Josie. Oh, you're from Canada. Okay. Do you come here at all? No. I want to go. The next time I go to Washington State, I'm going to go. What's that next to my niece and nephews? BC, British Columbia? I'm going to go next time. Last time they wanted you to do all these COVID testing before you go. I'm not doing all that. You ain't got charms on your forehead. What are you talking about? What charms on my? What you talking about? I think I got a forehead today. A month ago it was a 5 head. And excuse my orange nails. These are fine. These are orange, okay? It's a long story. Vancouver. Yeah, I think Vancouver is right there. Yeah. I'm going to go next time. It's beautiful. They have a suspension bridge that I got to check out. Me and my son want to see. I cannot speak Tagalog. I got a lot of Filipino friends. Well, I used to when I was in the military. Let me know when you're there. Would love to meet you. Okay, Thane. I probably won't, but I'm going to say okay. It takes a while for me to get to know people. Who's the sucker? Me? I know I fall for everything, don't I? I don't have a home, no job, no wife, no money. I'm sorry, Himang. That's too bad. You got to pray. You got to pray and stay strong and get you a job, and then the women will come. I can't help you. But if you guys keep asking for help on here, knowing that I can't help you, you guys are going to get blocked, okay? It says you do not fall for everything. You would think, E. But when it comes to this online thing, which is why I'm slowly deleting everything, I'm off of Facebook. I'm off of LinkedIn. Instagram is next. And then eventually YouTube, or at least I'll be coming on YouTube just to film, but not to watch. And it's only because of, just all of the negativity that I see, all of the destruction. And it's a time waster for me. I'm not focusing on what's important, like grooming my son, taking care of stuff that I have to take care of. I waste a lot of time on social media, and literally like 90 to 95% of it is trash and garbage. And honestly, I really don't care that much about what other people got going on, you know? And for me, you know, like Facebook, I had a lot of people on there. Like everybody that was on my Facebook, I personally know. These weren't just random people. I personally knew everybody. There were maybe like 15 people that I've never met, but I met them through family or a mutual friend, and they reached out and their page was cool, so I added them or whatever. But yeah, those people don't. I was like, why am I on here? Wasting time, you know, encouraging others all the time, and nobody ever reaches out to me, you know. And I've had 2 people reach out to me since I deleted it, you know. But yeah, like if we don't talk, it must be Beggar Sunday. I know, Easy. I guess when you say, oh, you know, you like to give out super chats, people are like, ooh, she gave out a cash app to somebody. Let me try her. You know, people gonna do what they gotta do. So I understand. Hey, Vicky. I'm trying to bring the positive energy here. I try. But you know, positivity does not bring in the views. I promise you. And it's crazy is because, you know, you could look at a person's channel and see them trying to do the right thing, and slowly but surely they're getting swept in. They're getting swept in because they want the views, and you know, the things that they speak about slowly change, and it turns more and more negative, and next thing you know, it's just toxic and divisive. And you know, and it's the same with just people in general. You're cool with somebody and you see the signs, you see things, but you ignore because they're cool, you know, or you've known them for a long time or whatever, and you just ignore it, you push it to the side because you're like, you know, and then next thing you know, it's just like bam. And it's like, well, I already saw it coming. I saw it coming, you know, and then it's just right there, you know. So what do you do? And so now that I'm in my I'll be in my late 40s, you know, I can't be concerned about everybody and how they feel. I have to do what's best for me. And yeah, there's a lot of people that I'm just going to stop watching, you know, because the information that they are spewing is not good. And I, you know, sometimes I reply to things, sometimes I don't, sometimes I react to it. I react to it if I know that these people reach a lot of other people. Then I will react to it because I need to rebuke it. Yes, rebuke it, and I need to rebut it because it's negative and it's not good for humanity. I don't think you could be for humanity and positivity and the world multiplying and us being fruitful here, and at the same time causing division within a community. I'm sorry, those two are just not the same. It's hypocritical and it's contradictory, and I don't like it. And you know, it's cool because I mean, I don't know, sometimes people throw some nuggets out there, but you got to look at a person's real hidden agenda. Like, what are you really trying to do? I don't like that shit. I'm not very spiritual thing, but I try to be, you know. I love God. I love the Lord. And every day he reveals so much to me, and it's just a wonderful thing. When you tapped in with the Most High, you see the world completely different. Oh, goodness. Hey, Silent Mode. I noticed the hobos come out in November, December. It ain't just in the South, honey. It's everywhere. Homosexual season is amongst us everywhere. It ain't got nothing to do with the weather, okay? It's a time of giving. Everybody is more giving. People are, you know, lonely. You know, a lot of people have cut off family, so they're willing to settle for any and everybody. So homosexuals, they see it and they know, and they gonna come after it because they know, oh, she alone, she a single mom, she ain't got nobody, she ain't been with nobody, she on here talking about me, and I know she won't. So they gonna come out of the woodworks, and they gonna try you all the time, no matter what part of the country you in. It was cold yesterday. It was 44 yesterday, 44, but it felt like 33. That's what the temp thing said, and it was freezing cold. I'm talking about my nose was, you know, cold in my house. So, but today is 68, so this weather is off the chain, but it's a breeze. I'm sure you guys can hear the wind. Thanks, Zuber. Ace says, can a Crip date an Asian girl named Sue? That made me laugh, CJ. That was funny. Tupac, yes. Rest in peace. Did you guys read that Forbes 50 best rappers list? Shameful. You can't rely on people like Forbes to come up with nothing that's going to be real or authentic. I think they had like Nicki Minaj before Nas or something. It was wild. Like you can't take those things seriously, But is it busy where you guys are? When I first got on the live, I was noticing how busy the streets were. It was 2:00 on a Sunday, and there are cars driving everywhere like it's Monday at 2. Like, what is that about? What is everybody doing on a Sunday? Aren't we supposed to be like relaxing and chilling? Nothing. Now they do know who's making the most money probably, and maybe they were basing it off of that. Maybe they were basing it off of whoever was the most influential or the most whoever made the most money. Yeah, they all doing Christmas shopping. Are you guys Christmas shopping? I don't plan on it at all. At all. Hold on a second, y'all. People will get on me if I was vaping on camera, so I pull it away. That way I'm not. What up, Lucky Lip? I do a Secret Santa. I like Secret Santa. Not Secret Santa. What's that game that people play? I miss that. Like, because I ain't worked in years, but that's one office party game I used to love. Is what is that game called, y'all? Where everybody bring a gift, and then the first person gets to pick, and then if the second person don't like their gift, they could take what the first person got or something like that. That game is hilarious to me. White Elephant, yes! Erica said it. I love that game. It'd be too funny. I always end up with something I don't want every single time. Every single time. Have you decorated your house yet, Erica? But yeah, y'all, I'm just rambling at this point. It's 2:50. I guess I'll go get my son on time. Oh, you doing it today? You late. You are late. You're supposed to have that done before Thanksgiving. I read Forbes 100 billionaires. Magic Johnson was on the. Oh, for sure. Magic Johnson is a mogul for sure. Was Tyler Perry on that list? I like that game too, Lucky Lib. Y'all heard about Tyler Perry's production manager or his studio, like the person who runs the whole compound, his whole Tyler Perry Studios, died in a plane crash. He was a pilot, a private pilot, and I don't know what type of aircraft it was, but he died. And so people are mad because they're just now finding out that Tyler Perry's right-hand man was a white man all this time. How y'all feel about that? Yes, you are late, but you have a lot on your plate, so I understand why you late, honey. Especially if you didn't have any help. That's you put a lot of decorations up. But how do you guys feel about that? Yeah, his right-hand man. So here's my thing though, Mike. Tyler Perry does employ a lot of black people, and he puts on a lot of black people. He puts them on. Like he be hiring everybody. Didn't he give Elvin from the Cosby Show a job? Somebody gave him a job because they saw him working at Trader Joe's. I'm not laughing at anybody that works at Trader Joe's. I'm just saying, to go from that. I remember I was on the bus one time when I was living in LA, and the guy that played Will Smith's friend in Prince of Bel-Air. I can't remember his name. He only cameoed on there like maybe 3 or 4 times. But I remember getting on the bus going to Ventura to my job, and I seen him get on the bus, and I was like, "Yo, that dude's on TV. Why are you on the bus with me?" So I understand. Tyler Perry put a lot of dirt. Yes, he did, Judge. Yes, he did. I'm from Cali. He did wear a lot of dresses, so I guess we can't be surprised that he hired the white man to run his business. Is that what we saying? Because one has nothing to do with the other, dear. But Tyler Perry employed a lot of people. I'm pretty sure most of his stylists are black. Like, I mean, just think he's got a 300-acre compound with studio buildings and things to film, so somebody has to run each little department and all of the different things. So, but the main guy that was over all of that, the man right under him was a white dude. How y'all feel about that? Do you think he couldn't find a capable black person to do it? Do you think he even looked for a capable black person to do it? He gave the guy a job that was married to the older daughter of the Cosby. Yeah. Elvin, what was his role? I can't think of that man's name. Yeah, so he employs a lot of people. He gave T and Tamara, whichever one of them is, the husband a job, and he made some money. What up from Indonesia? It's by design. Yeah. Do you think they were saying that he said it was a DEI hire, that he hired that man because of DEI, but why would he pick such a prestigious position as the DEI hire? He could have hired him as anything else, really. Yes, I do, you whack. Do you? Tyler Perry has his ways of doing things. Well, yeah, he does. And he's a billionaire, and at the end of the day, it's his shit. So can we tell him how to do things, how to run his company? It is a little disappointing to know that his secondhand man, was a white dude. It is disappointing. I ain't gonna lie. But when I think about everything else that he's done and how much he's helped other actors and actresses get on, you can't negate that. You just really can't. One person do one thing. That doesn't take away from totality of all of the good stuff that he's done. Like he literally put Atlanta on the map. That's right, you act. Yes, I believe in Jesus forever. Nothing wrong in working a regular job. That's true. Absolutely. And he seemed like he was content, I think, because the social media got to him. Alvin from Cosby Show, he kind of was not really forced back into the acting thing. But I don't think so. I mean, you can't work with Bill Cosby and then be at Trader Joe's and be content with that when you still are capable of good acting. So I don't think he was happy with that job. So I'm glad he's back on because I literally just saw him on something else a couple weeks ago. I can't remember what it was, but a show I think that was on CBS or something like that he was on. So he's back at it. But that's because Tyler Perry gave him a chance. So we can't forget everything that Tyler Perry has done for black people in the entertainment world. What up, Donovan? Do you think Oprah has black folks? Nope. In her production, hit that like button and share. Thank you. That's right. Hit that like button. She don't. She don't. That's just like Kamala when she came out and you saw everybody that was on her team. I think she had one black person and that person looked mixed. So, these people out here that be making all this big money and stuff, when it comes down to business, I mean, is that part of the contract? Do you think that's done by purpose? Do you think they purposefully seek out white people to run their stuff for them and then publicly display the blacks that they help just for optics? Or are they contracted that way? Like, are they promised you will make millions and billions, but you got to hire my golfing buddy's daughter or son to run the company? You never know. There might be some backhand deals going on, You never know why people do what they do, but it's usually because of money. A lot of us were raised to believe if it's white, yep, absolutely. Yeah, what do they say? You something about the white man's ice is cold or something like that. Yeah. Josie B says, I think that Oprah influences Tyler Perry, good and bad. Yeah. Judge says the entertainment is what is wrong with black people. He ain't helping us at all. You're right, because when you look at now one thing I will say, he is employing people, which is putting food on their table, right? But when you look at the content that he's putting out, you're right. It's not all good. Now, when he did those Medea plays, I used to buy them on DVD all the time, and those were some good plays because it talked about God, and there was always a good message in them, you know. But then when he moved over to big screen and all of these productions and the way he portrays certain black people, that's not cool. Yeah, he said, sup, and agreed. Yeah. So it's interesting, though. All of it's interesting. At the end of the day, you better believe in God. If you don't believe in God, all of this stuff will influence you, you know, and will have an effect on you and the way that you perceive the world. You know, that's why I vet everything that my son watches. Well, not everything, because sometimes he have his iPad and he be off and I don't know what he's watching, but I'll be watching what he watch. I check his history. You know, I'll sneak up on him and watch, you know, see what he's watching. We watch stuff together. We have discussions. Oh, Donovan, there's a documentary on YouTube about Eugene Bullard. I'm gonna make Bishop watch it. Looks really, really good. But you got to be tapped in with the Most High. You got to have discernment, and you got to know whose you are and who you are, so that these things don't negatively influence you. On every black network, all I see is Tyler Perry. Oh, okay, yeah, he is on a lot. He is. He's got some pull. He's out there, very influential, very influential. But y'all, my nose is running, and it is 3:00. I gotta go pick up my baby. I love y'all. You guys have a great Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll probably be over at Donovan and Demetrius' channel. Make sure you guys check out Donovan Sadiq's channel. And he co-hosts with Demetria K on Sundays at 6:00. Tap in. Tap in. She says you have to guard your thoughts and have a strong discernment. Absolutely. Discernment is key. You have to. But you can't have discernment without being tapped into the Most High. You have to be tapped into the Creator. If you don't have that relationship with God, you better get it now. And I'm not just saying it because I got it. I'm saying it because I am a living proof that it works. It works, and you will see the world. Different things will open up. Opportunities will come that you never, ever thought you could have. Just try it. Just try it. All right, you guys. I'll talk to you later. You too, Eric. I love you. Bye.